Alright, class, I know some of you have some questions about tonight's homework, so some of you had some really good questions about it, so I'm going to go through this just to give you some clues, because this doesn't quite look like what we were doing today, but believe me, it has everything to do with what we were doing, and mostly the angle addition postulate. So you can actually add up these angles, and they should add up to 180 degrees. And that's really what the first one is saying here, that this angle here, AOC, and I'm going to put it on the diagram like this, that angle is 7x minus 2 all the way from there to there. And then what if I use another color here for the next angle, DOC. The measured angle DOC is 2x plus 8. DOC, that's from here to here. Yeah, I said that's 2x plus 8. And then another color for this last angle, which they tell us here is 27. Okay, so if you add up all of these together, that is an angle of 180 degrees, right? So I'll put that in a nice green there for us. That should be 180 degrees altogether. So we're going to add those all up. But I'm not going to do it for you, but basically you're just going to take those things and put them in these boxes. You're going to add them up and say they equal how many degrees? 180 degrees. And then you can solve for your missing variable, and that's really all you're asked to do is find the value of x. Okay, let me just take a quick glance at these next ones to make sure there's no other major tricks that we need to watch out for. The measure of angle AOB, and let me, measure of angle AOB, that's the first angle on there. BOC, and then COD. Okay, so those don't overlap. And then AOB, BOC, and AOC. Let's make sure they don't overlap. AOB, B to C, and then okay, so this one here, that one's going to be a little different. But let's see what ideas you come up with. Like I was saying in class, no two problems are going to be alike, and you can't say that you just need to memorize the recipe for how to do these types of problems. You have to make sense of these problems, and you have to persevere through the problem solving. So I want you to really give, 29 I pretty much told you how to do down here. 30, just double check me on this, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of the same concept. Got AOB, BOC, and then COD, except, hold on. I'm doing this on the fly, so I don't want to give you the answers, but I just want to make sure you're not completely lost. Let's see, so we got AOB, BOC, and COD. And let me erase some things off of here so I can get a new clean slate. And I want you to realize this is the problem solving method that you have to study the problem. It doesn't just happen automatically. If I take a look at the measure of angle AOB, that's this part here. Oh, I didn't I just realized something when I put that marking down, that there is, see this red marking there? There's a red mark right there, and there's a red mark right there. That is what the book uses as their to signify congruent angles. So we have the measure of angle EOD, this green angle here, and that is equal to the measure of angle BOC. Okay? Because I was noticing in number 30 that that part of the angle is missing. But we know it's the same as this part. So we just need to, basically, this angle here, we just need to add it twice because it happens twice. Okay? So that helps you out with that one. And then let me just make sure we got what we need for the last one. AOB to BOC, and then AOC. Okay, now this one is interesting because we're talking about the angle here, here, and then this whole angle. But that one's really a lot like what we've been doing, and we use the angle addition postulate, in which we say that the sum of the two pieces is equal to the whole. So this one you definitely want to be using that angle addition postulate. Let me make sure I put the M in front of it. The measure of angle blank plus the measure of angle blank equals the measure of angle blank. So, okay, and then let's see, was 32 part of it also? Q is in the interior of right angle PRS, and if measure of angle PRQ is 4 times as large as the measure of angle QRS, what is the measure of angle PRQ? Okay, I don't know, but I'm going to find out because I'm going to try some things. I know they talk about a right angle, and I should label the vertex R and P. Oops, that's not a P. And S. Okay. Keep in mind, I really don't even know what I'm going to do yet. I'm just going with the flow. I know Q is in the interior. That's probably important. So that means somewhere in here. I'll just randomly put it somewhere. And if the measure of angle PRQ, so I said I would put that there. Okay. There's Q. It says the measure of angle PRQ. PRQ is 4 times as large as the measure of angle QRS. See, I got lucky. I made this one bigger than this one, so that's kind of nice. It gives me a more accurate representation. Okay, so I don't know what these are. I know that they add up to, what is this type of angle? A right angle. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to make up a variable for this angle here. So that's going to be x degrees. And we know that the other angle is 4 times as large. So we put 4 times x. Alright, so now we know that we can use the angle addition postulate again here. You should be so used to that now that it just rolls off the tongue. It's the measure of angle PRQ PRQ plus the measure of angle QRS is equal to the measure of angle, what? The whole thing, the whole right angle, PRS. Okay, and then we do some substitution. What are some things that we know here? Let's see, this angle PRQ is right here, that's 4x, so we substitute in a 4x right there. Plus, we've got down here an x for that angle. And then, what should we set it equal to? What are we going to put in for the measure of angle PRS? They don't I don't know. Can you find something in this that's useful information about that angle? Okay, there's something about this that we should know, and I'll give you a clue. It's a value. You should be able to put a number in here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I think that should help you. It takes time. There's no one way to do these problems, and you really have to persevere through problem solving.